The world is undergoing a seismic shift. The fossil fuel era is giving way to clean energy. This isn't just an environmental shift, it's an economic transformation. Global annual energy transition investments have surpassed $2 trillion for the first time in 2024 and continues to accelerate, with renewables on track to make up half of the world's installed capacity by 2030. But here's the critical question. Who will control the energy future? Nations that are dependent on others for their energy needs, or those who build their own clean energy ecosystem?
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, हमें आत्मनिर्भर बनना है हमारे एनर्जी सेक्टर में। हम कब तक एनर्जी के सेक्टर में किसी और पर डिपेंडेंट रहेंगे?
As India strives to become a $10 trillion economy by 2032, there is a unique opportunity to define its place in this new global order.
Today, India's energy transition landscape is sitting at a critical inflection point. We are one of the largest consumers of energy in the world, importing almost 80% of our crude oil and 50% of our natural gas, which is resulting in almost $200 billion of import bill for us. By investing in energy transition, we can not only reduce our dependence on imported fossil fuels, but also try and become a global leader in clean energy.
Now here is the good news. India is well on its path to become more energy independent. In order to reduce our dependence on imported fossil fuels, we are setting up local manufacturing infrastructure across the entire energy transition value chain. To start with, in the renewable generation side, we are setting up domestic production capacity for cells to modules to wind turbine generators to small modular reactors. In energy storage, India would be developing its local cell manufacturing capacity. We are expected to put up about 150 gigawatt hours of cell manufacturing capacity by 2030. In the energy transmission ecosystem, which is very important to transmit these green electrons, India is rapidly expanding its transmission network capacity. Electric vehicles and the electrification of transport is a very important component to tie everything together. For both passenger mobility and goods mobility, India would be rapidly expanding its electric vehicle ecosystem. Finally, to tie all of this together, critical energy minerals is a very important component. Here, we are securing global access to these critical minerals and parallelly setting up world-class facilities for both refining and recycling of these critical energy minerals. As you can see, it's not about following global trends, but creating an energy ecosystem where India can lead.
Singularity isn't just participating in the energy revolution, but it is actively working with the companies that are shaping it. Our investments reflect our commitment across the entire energy value chain. Our companies are in various degrees of technological and commercial maturity. So we are applying the learnings which Madhuji has led and trying to institutionalize these learnings which we have seen as companies like Vari, Trill, Olectra has evolved into the next gen of the energy transition ecosystem. This is across the battery supply chains, the electric commercial vehicle platforms, leasing and financing platforms around this, grid infrastructure, the alternate fuels like compressed biogas, biofuels, green hydrogen, the component ecosystem around green hydrogen, as well as the nuclear energy ecosystem. We are constantly amazed at how our partners and entrepreneurs are not only seizing the opportunity, but also expanding the addressable market. Loham, which is now India's largest critical energy minerals company and leading the agenda over there, started in 2017 as a company which was extracting small battery cells and repurposing them to be used as battery chargers. Right? From there, they evolved into stationary storage. They evolved into extracting black mass. They further evolved to extract sulfates and carbonates around lithium nickel. And then further, they have one of the largest or the second largest capacities across lithium, nickel and cobalt in the country. The government of India is supporting the critical energy minerals program with about a 34,000 crore overlay to make us more stronger in our critical energy mineral supply chain and be less globally dependent. And not only Loham, HEG Green Tech, which belongs to HEG and the LNG Bhilwara group, which is a 70-year-old group across their third generation now, they are incrementally doing their capital allocation across all the new energy initiatives. So they're using their traditional cash flows which are coming from their hydro assets and allocating them across, anode material manufacturing, bottle-to-bottle recycling and high voltage battery storage applications.
Both Loham and HEG are tapping into this once-in-a-generation watershed movement for batteries, the likes of which we saw way back in 1984 when Maruti and Suzuki joined hands, which led to the localization of the auto component value chain in the country.
The energy infra playbook requires a certain amount of pragmatism because to get an investment right, there are various moving parts in any investment, right from your selecting the right technology partner, ensuring the right team is put in place for execution excellence, the way the tariffs will evolve and India, how it will evolve in the global ecosystem, the state incentives and the subsidies, the customer offtakes, and above all, the execution excellence. All of this have to be put in place to ensure the real value of the investment is realized. In order to support the companies that we are invested in, the team that we have built in Singularity is a representation of our operator investor playbook. This includes people who have executed platforms at scale as operators, and along with this team, there are young individuals who have worked in strategic roles in various blue chip organizations. Collectively at Singularity, we honestly believe that in the next 6 to 7 years, India will not only meet its own clean energy needs, the agenda of becoming a product nation, achieving strategic autonomy, but we will be in a position to export globally the technologies, solutions, and expertise built to achieve this. This journey is well underway. We will work very hard towards methodically adopting this playbook and the ecosystem support to build some generational companies to achieve this national mission.
The future is green. The future is energy independent. And the future holds a seismic wealth creation opportunity.